14-year-old kid. Probably most divers in this competition would say the same thing she says. Her role, Laura Wilkinson.
She's only almost 30 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say 29. Pretty. Kaylee Bishop, 14 years old, coached by another Olympian, Michelle Davidson Sandelin now, her married name. Michelle Davidson is a wonderful coach, and the kids love her. She does a great job. She has her own family, and she's a blast.
By the way, we should say the 1984 Olympics, so significant.
You hold on way too long and end up doing a dive that is so far past vertical. It's crazy.
And that, boy, I mean, the hold your breath when you hear that sound for everybody in the natatorium is just utterly frightening. Is what we've all know the story. Steele Johnson was one who had that issue as a young diver off the platform. His head hit the platform. We've heard the stories, and then you fall into the water at the wrong angle from 3 stories up, internal injuries. So that's all part of what makes the platform thrilling.
It's thrilling, and it's scary. Dived up there, and David Badaya admits he's afraid of heights.
Put her into 13th.
Yeah.
She was driving from the Woodlands to College Station, Texas A&M. It's about 70 miles plus one way, and that's where she had to go during the most recent prep to get to a 10-meter.
Yeah, there's a couple of 10 meters, but you know, it's more difficult to drive through Houston. Basically, there's one at the University of Houston, and I think access is difficult there, certainly during the pandemic, not unlike Texas A&M and College Station. So they couldn't dive, and COVID slowed everybody down, and some places came to a screeching halt for 6 months.
Third round here of the semifinals, 3rd out of 5. This is 14-year-old Kaylee Bishop. When you look at, people can see the structure here, there are other levels, other heights of platforms, and I know Laura Wilkinson talked about coming off of a neck surgery.
She spends a lot of time in there. I would too. We didn't have that so much when I was diving. I'd be in that bathtub every time. Oh, Kaylee Bishop does a good entry, yay. We haven't seen a lot of those. And it's just so nice when you see a good takeoff, an assertive takeoff, a nice jump, keeping your form in the dive, and then grabbing those hands and completing the dive. There's a lot of parts, a lot of moving parts to these dives.
Bishop has a little ground to make that last spot.
Olivia's doing a little lower degree of difficulty, so we'll see. This is will be interesting. She has the top 500 points. Kaylee Bishop does a nice inward 3.5. We saw Michelle Davidson Sandelin dancing with her before the round started. And like you said, it's good to see somebody having a good time. The diving has not been real consistent, but competitive, certainly.